Good morning and welcome to the Starseed Healing Circle for today. We have a very windy, let me just move this a little bit down. We have a very windy and very rainy day over here, so I hope there's not going to be interference sound-wise on this side. In today's session we have the Wands of Horus Cards. I have my wand and I've got my Tachyon Crystal and I've got my Golden Hue Pendulum. So I guess you can maybe guess, if you've done this before with me, you'll be able to guess what we are working with today. We are doing a DNA activation. There's actually quite a bit happening at the moment. So I just wanted to quickly bring to your attention, if you don't know about this, the Schumann Resonance. Now the Schumann Resonance is the vibration of the earth, and usually it's sitting at around about 8 or 9 or so hertz, and what you see on the left is normally what the Schumann resonance looks like. So there will be little spikes here and there where the resonance go up or down or things like that. And what's been happening since the 18th, this is not since yesterday, or actually no, halfway through the day before, it's this very weird pattern that's coming over the Schumann resonance. I have no idea what this means, but this is still continuing today. So if we just look at where we are today, this is very, very, very recent, this photo or this snapshot. This is still continuing. This has been going for about 2 days now. So, I have absolutely no idea how to interpret this. I have never seen this on the Schumann resonance. But we know that those white frequencies are normally very heavy, dense, or very sharp, strong energies. But this weaving pattern, I don't know. I don't know if any of you have had any weird symptoms, perhaps sleep interruptions. I think that some people may be feeling some weird symptoms like dizzy, nausea, headaches, and things like that. So this is just something that I found very interesting. We've also got the solstice coming up soon. Today is the sort of the memorial of my mentor for many, many, many years. She passed away in 2019 today. So I've got a little candle lit for her. We've got the Schumann going crazy. We've got solstice coming up. There is so much going on at the moment. So when I woke up this morning and I thought, what can we do for the healing session today? The DNA activation came through. So I've got all the tools ready. I've got shamanic altar going. I've got thick smoke going already. I've got frankincense and white sage burning, candles burning on the altar. So sacred space is all ready for us and we are good to go. So I am going to take you through our process today. On your side, I guess what you can do is just be present, perhaps close your eyes. I'm going to I'll attempt for as much as possible to give the command lines along the way so that you know where I'm at and what I'm doing and what I'm pulling through and what I'm calling in. And we're going to start with the healing section and then go into the actual DNA activation, where I'll be using the wand on the Wands of Horus cards. The Wands of Horus cards are acting as placeholders for each of the codons that we are focusing on. And so I'll be using this as a way to read and check what the frequency levels are there and how much we need to fill in. And so, let's see how all of this plays out. As always, we are going to tune in first. So our light code for today is the Solstice Lightcode. And so let's perhaps start off by closing your eyes. Take a nice slow deep breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And just bring into your thoughts, in your mind, what it is that you would like to receive, let go of, What would you like to manifest? What would you like to heal? What would you like to bring into your life? You can use this time and also this DNA activation to activate any dormant DNA that will assist you in the current time and also with what you currently need to achieve what you need to achieve. When you feel ready, you may open your eyes, allow your eyes to rest lightly on the light code, perhaps trace it, and allow the light code to act like a labyrinth for your eyes. Spend as much time here as you need, and when you're ready, we are going to move on to our work for today. So I've got the altar ground set up, sacred space is done, I've got incense going, we have Nag Champa, frankincense and white sage burning. You'll see that off onto the left side, candle burning, and so this is the setup that I've got, as well as the Wands of Horus cards in front of me for when we get to that section. So perhaps close your eyes, settle in, and we start off by calling in, first of all, I will call in my own higher self, my monad and my 144 soul extensions to be present here with this work we are about to do, this DNA activation. Then I call in the higher selves, monads and 144 soul extensions of everyone who is participating in this healing today. Please be present here for the work we are about to do. I call on our healing guides, the Reiki guides, Archangel Raphael and the angels of healing, the inner plane healers, galactic healers, and Dr. Lopan. Please be present here and assist us in this DNA activation work we are about to do today. We call on Melchizedek to shield us against any psychic attack, to bring balance and healing to our monadic blueprints. We call on Archangel Metatron to assist in the DNA activation we are about to perform. And we ask that Metatron keeps records of this work and help to organize all the respected energies we are going to be shifting today. We call on Vivamus and we ask that Vivamus pulls a platinum net through our energy fields. And this platinum net is there to clear away any debris or anything that's not needed there. And it's also to bring a higher frequency energy through. We call on Solomon. Ask that the space be cleared. And we ask that Solomon brings his deep wisdom and understanding into this work we are about to do. Also ask that Solomon will bring forth the relevant activations and to align the DNA with the blueprint of the Tree of Life. We call on the Arcturians and Lord Arcturus. Please be present here during this session to help with this DNA activation process. And we're going to be doing a lot of work with the Arcturians in today's session. We call on the Pleiadians and we ask that you remove any and all implants in our brains and our bodies, so that we may be ready to receive the highest frequency in this DNA activation. And so we request that we are taken to the healing chambers, the Arcturian healing chambers. That we are surrounded by a liquid crystal. I call to Lord Arcturus and Arcturians to increase the light quotient levels of everyone on today's call to 100%. Please heal and strengthen and in all parts of the physical body that needs attention right now. Please balance all the meridians that flow in our bodies. I call to Lord Arcturus and Arcturians to siphon liquid crystal into our full body systems and to deactivate any negative energy. I call to Lord Arcturus to lower the golden cylinder down over our full body systems. And as this gold cylinder is lifted off our full body systems, let it remove any and all unwanted implants, elementals, etheric mucus, parasites, and any other imbalances on any level. I call to Lord Arcturus and the Arcturians to anchor the prana wind machine into our energy fields and into our heart chakras. Activate the wind machine and blow all negative energies out of our full body systems. Allow the wind machine to realign and clear the nadis, etheric wiring, and the whole etheric light grid, as well as the arteries and the veins. Please strengthen our physical vehicles. I call to Lord Arcturus and the Arcturians to send a pure ninth ray, joy, to our full body systems. I call to Lord Arcturus and the Arcturians to increase the voltage of the full body system. I call to Lord Arcturus and the Arcturians to anchor the Arcturian plating system into our chakra systems. I call to Lord Arcturus and the Arcturians to upgrade and reprogram our biochemical etheric makeup to ensure that it is in accord with our physical body structures. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Crystallize the experience. Draw navel in towards spine. Roll your eyes up to your third eye. Close your eyes. Roll the eyes up. Suspend the breath. Pull the perineum up. Exhale, release. Relax. Spend a moment to experience the experience. Now that our energies are all aligned, I'm going to just take a moment to open up our space where we are going to be working with the codons within the body. Space is open, so I'm just going to do a quick rinse through. I guess it's the best way to explain it. Just to clear the energy within this opening. Breathe slow and deep. Using the wand, I'm going to be working on each of these codons, starting with an opening codon and ending with a closing codon. Opening and closing codons are the beginning and end of the work, and each of the codons 1 through to 12 represent different aspects of our physical body, our energetic body, and where our DNA can be activated. So be like a sponge and just soak up the experience. We start with the opening codon. And I'm doing a combination of working with the Golden Hue Pendulum as well as the wand. So beaming light into that first opening codon. Now directing the energy at codon 1. Codon 1 is about the mind processes. This is where we store all of the junk, all of our addictions, our childhood issues, our limiting and old belief systems, and our patterns. This particular codon is actually taking quite a bit of energy at the moment. We have the Wands of Horus card for Sekhem, or power, over here. So by infusing our energy here with Sekhem, or power, we're infusing with our assertive qualities, our own personal individuality and personal power, so that we can remain spiritually connected, so we can be creative, so we can let go of old limiting beliefs and patterns, and we can release our addictions and our childhood issues. Energy stopping, so I'm leaving there now. Moving on to codon number 2. This is associated with thought. Our addictive and habitual thinking patterns are here. This is where we can work with affirmations. This particular one does not feel to be too heavy or empty. So energy is moving, but it feels like it's quite full. So I'm not too worried about this one particularly. The fire card does burn things out and clear things. So it could be that there's just a few residual pieces still floating around here. And this one's almost done. Moving on to codon number 3. Codon 3 is associated with the nervous system. And we have the Shin or Eternity Wand of Horus card here. Shin is associated with protection. So protecting the nervous system. I won't say the energy is too low, but there is a little bit of, it's actually taking quite a bit of energy, but it's not like low. This is about, it could be that there's a little bit of a depression, or it could be on the other end where there could be a little bit of ADHD or addictive patterns, perhaps a bit of bipolar mood swings or something like that. Not saying that we are all bipolar, but we sometimes have these little moments. This particular codon is also associated with our connection to our higher self and allowing us to work through the heart in union with our higher self. Okay, it seems that this particular codon had a little bit, initially I thought it was quite full, but now as I'm working it feels almost like there was a little bit of a blockage. And as it filled up, it pushed that blockage out of the way. And now it's taking up quite a bit of frequency. So as we're filling up this codon, it also takes us closer to our God mind, our upper mind. And on a physical level, working with our neurotransmitters. Now it's starting to lift. Beautiful. Good. We are moving on to codon number 4. Codon 4 is associated with the brain. And interesting here we have the Wand of Horus card for the heart. So perhaps we are being called to think more from the heart space and less from the brain space. This particular codon is about resistance and physical pain, and how capable we are to push through difficult situations. How easy or difficult it is for us to push through pain. How easy or difficult it is for us to release any blockages towards light. So as we open up this particular codon, we increase our light. We bring more peace into our lives, more joy, more calmness, more acceptance. This one's taking quite a bit of energy, but it's moving at quite a pace. My hand is actually shaking. There's like a little bit of a buzz happening in the wand. Okay, it's filling up. Okay, moving on to our next codon. This is associated with the blood, so codon 5. We've got the Jed pillar over here, which is our restore card, and this works with DNA restoration, restoring, regeneration, and healing. And this particular codon, the 5th codon, is associated with the blood system, and usually this one empties out quite fast for most people. And over here it is actually taking quite a bit of energy. This is also our connection with our higher self and our lower self, so our integration between our two. So how we're working with the higher self as well as the ego in tandem. Moving on to our next codon, codon 6. Codon 6 is associated with the respiratory system. And the respiratory system also includes here the immune system as well as the cardiovascular system. The card that we have here is the Radiance card. So bringing light into our immune system, into our respiratory system and cardiovascular system. So this helps us bring that light into our physical body, into our desires, and also helps us to work with forgiveness. A reminder to bring in the light through our breath. So really focusing on deep, slow breathing. And as you do, bringing in the light as you breathe. Okay, moving on to codon number 7. Codon 7 is associated with the first 3 layers of the auric field, called the working aura. So any of our avoidance behaviors and patterns, unresolved anger issues, all our dramas are sitting in this level. So sending in all the light so that these things can come to the surface. And as we do that, we can focus on our spiritual growth and our spiritual journey. Interestingly enough, here we have the Ba card. Ba is the personality, and this is the aspect of our soul that when we die, this aspect is what carries our soul off to the underworld. So our journey. This one's taking quite a bit of energy. But it's moving quite fast, so it doesn't feel like there's anything that's holding blocks. Okay, moving on to codon 8. This is the soul aura, levels 4 through to 7 of the auric field. And here we have the Kaibit, or the shadow card. So the shadow is usually all of our shadow aspects. And this particular level for the codons is about this, because it's actually taking quite a bit of energy here, and it's also moving really fast. This could be potentially holes in the auric field or some traumas. Actually, as I'm working, it's almost like the wand is being pushed out and away from this codon. It's almost like there's something that's not wanting us to get through here. So I'm just going to focus a little bit tighter. So this could be big stuff. This could be all of our abuse that's sitting, traumas, any buried traumas that you may have. So as we focusing the energy in the light here, we are bringing more and more light in, allowing these things to surface so that we may release them. Okay, now we're about to move on to our next codon, onto codon 9. Just rearrange myself here a little bit. Okay, codon 9. This one is associated with the muscles and the bones, and fire energy. And the Wand of Horus card we've got here is the Chet, which is the buckle of Isis, and it's also seen as a protective quality. So similar to Shen is more of a masculine or assertive or active protection, whereas the Chet is more of a passive, receptive, feminine, nurturing type of protection. This particular codon does not seem to be taking too much energy. It feels like it's almost quite full. So this is really good, because this particular codon is associated with light. So whether it be sunlight, fire, candles, or anything like that, it feels like this one's actually, this one's filling up very quickly. Not too worried about this one. Okay. Next codon, moving on to codon 10. Codon 10 is associated with air, and it is our skin system, our integumentary system. Now this one has the Earth card on, and usually whenever the Earth card comes up, I see this as almost like a priority point. The Earth brings like an awareness or a focus to a specific balance, and so on some level the skin system seems to be some form of priority in today's session. Now the skin could be about as I mentioned, the air element, so it could be about breathing and not taking enough life force in through the breath. It could be that this is a lack of air. That could come through as fatigue or even skin issues. Could also indicate that we are surrounded by deceptions and lies, whether this is internal deceptions or lies from ourselves or from others around us. Remember that your skin is really your boundary line between the outside world and your inside world. So how do we deal with our surroundings? How do we deal with our separation? And as we're infusing this space with more energy, opening ourselves up to more logic, more reason, and also our telepathic abilities. Okay, moving on to codon 11. Codon 11 is associated with water, and it's about our will and reproductive systems. The Wands of Horus card that we've got here is the air card. So perhaps it's giving this a little bit of a whoosh, a little bit of a wash through, like a bit of a blow. Just blowing through anything that's no longer needed here. The energy is actually soaking up quite quick, so it doesn't feel like this particular one is too low in frequency, which is fine. Okay, and the 12th codon. This is associated with intuition and the third eye and the element earth. The Wands of Horus card we've got here is synchronicity. So when synchronicity comes up, it usually is a marker or indicator to pay attention to any synchronicities, to see what's around. So I think there's something that's going to be nudging our intuition to step up. As we strengthen our intuition, we also strengthen our connection to our higher self. So start to develop a relationship with your higher self. Chat to him or her. Okay, this one's filling up. And finally we're moving into our closing codon. On the opening codon, we have the Divine Masculine card. On the closing codon, we've got the Divine Feminine card. That is all done. Just sit quietly, breathe, slow and deep. So just closing up the space that we've worked with, making sure that the energy within all the codons are sealed. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, suspend the breath, roll the eyes up to the third eye, draw navel in towards spine, pull the pelvic floor up, apply the pressure, that internal pressure, squeeze everything up. Direct energy towards the third eye. Hold the breath. Crystallize the experience. Exhale. Release. Relax. Experience the experience. Okay, so I just got asked or called to draw 3 cards from the Soul Plan deck, just to get us an idea as to what the opportunity, solution, and result is for today's healing. So let's have a look at the cards. So the first card, the opportunity for today's healing, is the 12-3. And 12-3 is about expansion and growth and development. So today's session is all about expanding our energies, getting us to a new level perhaps. In general, the 12-3 is all about seeing the beauty in everything. It does have a strong sense of justice, but it tends to see the more beautiful side of things. And in general, it's quite a mothering, nurturing energy. It's all about sharing and caring, and very strongly associated with teachers as well. The solution card is 15-6, and the solution here, 15-6, is about the quiet in the storm, so the eye of the storm, and it's about being able to bring a balance between challenging times and quiet times to help us to have a strong inner as well as outer connection, to help us to stand strong when there's difficult times around. It's also very strongly related to our intuition and intuitive qualities, especially when it comes to our gut instinct. So really become aware of what's happening in the gut. It can also be quite a creative energy, like the 12-3. So there's definitely some drive towards doing something creative. The affirmation for the 15-6 is: I open my mind to the wonders of creation. I open my mind to its innermost light. The days of hesitation are over. I am free to move forward. I open my mind to the wonders of creation. I open my mind to its innermost light. The days of hesitation are over. I am free to move forward. I open my mind to the wonders of creation. I open my mind to its innermost light. The days of hesitation are over. I am free to move forward. I'll give you some homework and support for the 15-6. You'll find that in the description below. And then as you do this homework and work with the energies of the 15-6, it's going to take us to the result of the 1-1. And 1-1, like the 12-3, is also about teaching and transformation, where the 12-3 is about expanding and then sharing and teaching. The 1 is about transforming any blockages that we may have. It strengthens our spiritual connection. It brings stability and spiritual power. That stability and spiritual power is also talked about in the 15-6 as we're looking at the inside and outside connections. And so the 1-1 strengthens and boosts our healing abilities and our teaching abilities. So yes, this DNA activation was actually quite a potent one. Yay. Okay, so let's bring me back. Skies are going crazy at the moment. Wind's going crazy. Everything's going crazy. I think that concludes our healing session for today. We've got some homework to do. I hope that you have received the session well. I'm going to go clean up all of my tools and pack everything away. And I'll render this video and I'll post this as soon as I can. I am sending you so much love and light, and I can't wait for our next healing session. So take care and have a beautiful week ahead. Take care.